What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another tutorial video. Sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded, but here's another upload for you. So we're actually corrected a really old fix, or a really old project. The laying down in a bed, well, it's fully working now, and here we go. So you can see we're laying down, all good. This is a very simple object. I just wanted to do some testing, and we got up and we can still move. So before we couldn't move once we laid down, and now we have fixed that issue. So how'd we do it? Let's go take a look. Alt F4 out of here. Alright, so we have our super simple bed object. It is a cube. You can use any object you wish. Obviously you'll probably have a real bed object you got from somewhere or made yourself, and that's fun. So we're just going to rebuild this with another cube to show you how it's done. Alright, cube 1, get over here. Put it next to our other one. Get it to a better slab style shape, a bed shape. Okay, so we have bed 1 and bed 2. So what do we need to do? Step 1, add a component. We're going to type in VRC station. Alright, VRC station. We are going to uncheck seated. We are going to add an animation controller. We are just going to use an action layer. I believe that's what we used on the other one. Let me double check. Yep. Alright, almost done. Almost done already. So now we need to go in here. We need to create empty. We're going to name this empty game, or create empty game object, sorry. We are going to name this empty game object our laying down position. Okay, cool. We're doing good so far, guys. Now what do we need to do? We need to change the rotation so your avatar is laying down. So what we're going to do is change this to -90. And you're going to say, how do we know what to change it to? Well, let me tell you. See this blue arrow? That's the way your character is facing. You want that to be up towards the sky. And if we do 90, you're going to be face down. -90, face up. Alright, so if you wanted more than one laying down position, you add laying down position and then clone this and move it over and call it laying down position 2. Alright, so 3/4 of the way done. Not too bad. We need now to put this laying down position on our player enter location. And for our exit location, we're going to create another empty game object. And we can pretty much put this wherever. We'll put ours over here, wherever you want the player to go. And we're going to call this our exit position. Alright, so now we have a laying down position and an exit position. We're going to put this exit position on the player exit location, which makes sense. And we should be good. So we have, just to recap, we have our object with 2 empty game objects in it. We have changed the rotation on the x-axis of our laying down position. On our object, we have put those locations, enter and exit on them, and we have added an animation controller. So, and we unchecked the seated position. I don't know if I said that, but we did that. So we're going to now, before we do that, because we won't really be able to tell well if we don't see it, we're just going to extend this mirror over a little bit, if I can manage that. So we can now, we'll be able to see if it's working correctly. Let's test it out. Okay, well, we can tell the object needs to go up a little bit, but we're facing the correct location, which is a good thing. And we can move. So it seems to be working. We just need to tweak the game object, the empty game object enter position to go just up a little bit. It's in the middle of the cube and it needs to be on top of the bed because you generally don't lay in your mattress, hopefully. And yeah, that's working. Alright, so obviously a lot of people are going to want to use this for multiple laydowns. And the way we have this set up, you really can't add more than one laydown position, but we can easily correct that. So let's take a look at how we do that. Let's go to our cube. It's exactly the, sorry, wrong cube. This cube. It's exactly the same as we just left it. So how do we do it? Alright, so we're going to add a new game object, empty game object. We're going to call this laying down 1. Not gonna do really anything special to it except for see where it is. I'm gonna move it up a little bit since that was an issue we were having, although it won't matter. I moved the wrong one. We're gonna put our laying down position and our exit position under this object. We're gonna go to our cube. We are gonna take off the VRC station script. Actually, we're going to copy it, then we're going to take it off. See if that works. Maybe not. It didn't work the way we wanted it to. That's okay. Alright, so let's go to this laying down 1 empty game object. We're going to add a VRC station and do what we just did. We're going to put our laying down position we already created and our exit position in. Uncheck seated. Our animation controller is going to be an action layer, and we're good. Okay, so that should now work as we want it to. For that, then what we need to do is create a laying down 2. So what are we going to do? Another create empty game object. We're going to call this laying down 2. We're going to add another VRC station. We're going to add animation controller action layer. Our enter location is going to be a new empty game object under laying down 2. Same as last time, we're going to do -90. Move it up a little bit because we were having that issue. Let's scooch it over, make a left and right. Call this laying down position 2. We're going to put that under our player enter, and we're actually just going to use the same exit as our other one. And uncheck seated. Okay, so what did we do? Recap. Cube. Instead of having this VRC station on the cube, we have 2 empty game objects, laying down 1 and 2. Laying down 1 has a VRC station. Inside laying down 1 are our first laying down position and exit position. Laying down has a -90 rotation. And exit position is wherever we want it to be. Alright, so for our second lay down location, we have another empty game object under this cube. It has an empty game object nested within. And back up. Our laying down position 2 also has a VRC station set up the same way. Nested within it is another empty game object with a -90 rotation. Alright, so one thing we actually forgot to do was move these objects so they're not on top of each other. Otherwise you won't be able to figure out which one you're clicking on. So make sure these 2 positions or more are not on top of each other, otherwise you won't know which one you're trying to use. And we also forgot to slightly move it up so we are not in the bed. Let's make sure we do that. Alright, let's go in game and try it out. Alright, that still needs to go up a little bit, but it's working. And you can see we have 2 positions now on this object, and that one's off center, but we can see we do indeed have 2 laydowns on one object. So that will require a little bit tweaking to get it exactly like you want it, but that is essentially how it is done. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.